a sad day. I'm cheating on my CrossFit bag with this little monster from the Metcon store. They sent it out the other day and I was like, that is a little bit of me, that. I'm sorry, I can't even look at you right now. Right, something's missing. Right, let's go. Chunky, go right to the box. Hang on a minute. Just don't know if... We're not doing this today. Doing this. Wanna come for a ride on the bike? Let's go. You ready? Let's go. In the box, and there's like no room, apart from my lens is really filthy. I'm training with Hannah today. I'm gonna stick the camera in your face today. So, me and Hannah have got a pairs comp in 3 weeks called Battle Again. It's in a local box near us. So we're starting to do more and more training together, doing some synchro stuff, because if it's a pairs comp, there's gonna be synchro stuff involved. So I've concocted this workout, which I won't show you. I'll just go through it and you can have a look at it. It should be interesting. So we're just gonna stretch, foam roll, get ready, and as soon as the class actually finishes, we crack on. Morning, John.
Oh, yes, come on, look at that. Who does that?
How are you?
Yeah, good, you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good, gonna have a little warm up. Legs are sore, not gonna lie. Bum is very sore.
Why are your legs and bum sore?
Because I've had a knee problem for the last 6 months, and I've squatted a handful of times, and now it seems to be getting better, and yeah, it's
I'm going to stop you right there. Do you want me to tell you why your knee and bum sore? First part, correct. Second part, decided to go and do a European qualifying workout yesterday.
Oh yeah, but
involved a lot of clean.
Yeah, but I was pretty cruisy in that. I wasn't like going crazy hard. Like the squats the day before, a lot weaker than they used to be. Gonna be like, one of my clients said to me the other night, he was like, what would you say to someone else who gone back to squatting after a while off and they're like 30 kilos lighter than they were? And I said, it will come back, don't worry. It's like, just gonna take a little bit of time. You've got muscle memory, you've been there before as well, and you know what to do, you know you can do it. Like, the hardest part of hitting new weights is the mental of, can't you do it? And the more times you squat, it's like funny, like if you pick up 100 kilos and it feels heavy to start with, once you've been squatting that or around that weight for 6 weeks, you pick it up and 100 kilos is fine. If you have a few months off and you go back and you pick up 100 kilos, like, cool, that feels heavy. You just become accustomed to it and it kind of just gets back into it.
Tastes great, this bro.
Yes, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
We're using this as a bit of a warm-up, in brackets. It's a 500 meter row at a slow 20 to 22 SPM pace with 10 overrode burpees. In each round we're going to take 100 meters off the row and add a little bit of speed. So we're going to go from 20 to 22, 22 to 24, 24 to 26, just slowly bringing the heart rate up over the warm-up. Only take about 5 or 10 minutes just to get moving. And then the overrode burpees are just there to break up the rowing. Just as it covers everything, and then we're going to go into our first proper workout. So first workout, doing 30, 20, 10, 4 rounds, rest and repeat, 30 wall balls, 20 toes to bar, 10 box over burpees, rest a few minutes, go again. It's gonna be pretty rank. Yeah. I thought my black TLM t-shirt was a little bit loud, so I'm gonna change for a more slightly subtle number. This horrendously bright yellow vest, which I don't even know what it says on the front, but all I know is that Mana strong, is that really strong? Oh wow. Strong in one sense, and that's the colour.
I got nasty.
So, sorry for the graphic angle. My legs look massive like this though, so I'm keeping it. Next up, we're doing 3 rounds, aiming to be synchro where we can. We've both got Fran weights, so me 42.5, Hannah 30. And it's gonna be 10 push press, 8 thrusters, 6 hang power cleans, 4 front squats. Rest and repeat 3 times. And I'm really excited. Like literally no shoulders and no legs left after the last one. So it's gonna be quad and done grips on, and try and hold hook grip because this is going to get very grippy in it. If you could see Hannah's face right now, it's a mixture between not excited, I want to go home, and if you keep looking at me, I'm going to stab you in the face because I don't want to do this. It's going to be fun. On a side note, this is why you should always train with somebody, because then you're not the only person who has to go to the pain cave and suffer. You can both moan about it together.
You like this though.
Right, reluctantly, we've got 1 left to do. This isn't sprint, this is just kind of to finish off the legs if they weren't already screwed enough. We're going to do 3 rounds. One of us is going to start on the GHD, 10 GHDs, and the other one on the bike, 10 cows, and we're just going to do 3 rounds of it. Done. Whew. Thanks, mate.
All good.
Boom. So what are you doing?
I'm going to try and do max pull-ups. Did it the other day and got, look at 41. Maybe no rep in there if I'm being honest. But I had more in there. Hands are ripped, but I'm not following any program. My training's not been that good. I'm getting back into things. Today just grabbing and stuff. Oh, well they've got to be lovely and tight now you put the camera on me.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. I wanted 50, 45.
Now that was a very good session, very hard, and that's why it's good to train with people, because Hannah, I don't know if you probably haven't seen her on a vlog before, she's one of the coaches here at Spitfire, and she's super fit. So I train with her as much as I can pretty much every week, and my fitness has already improved just because she's dragging me along all the time. Now me and JC is sitting there still.
GC, what would I be if I was GC?
Juicy Couture.
Is that like a J? A G.
G, George Chapman?
No. Come on, think something good. Not a name, it's got to be like...
Gwyneth.
No, because that was the...
What do you mean?
Gwyneth, GW. It can't be a name, it's got to be like a description word. So not that I'd call myself Gangster.
Jizzy Chapman.
No, because that's a J as well.
Jizzy?
It's a J, G.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Come on.
We're gonna put it out to you. What would, if John's first initial was G, not J?
And it's not allowed to be a name.
It can't be a name.
A describing word.
Has to be an adjective. Look at me get my English in.
Yeah.
Has to be an adjective. What would John be? So I always call him JC. If he was GC, what would his name be? Leave him in the comments below and put hashtag GC and then his name. We're gonna go and get a coffee in the meantime.
Got to be cunt.
More coffee.
That's what's in the diary for.
Is it? John's just made me aware that we've got a phone call in 10 minutes. What are you eating?
This is a chili pot.
But I saw some really horrible green stuff on the top of it.
Called coriander, Leon. Or if you're in America, what's it called if you're in America?
Oh, what's it called? Cilantro.
Cilantro.
Oh.
What is aubergine in American?
Aubergine in America? I don't know.
Eggplant.
No, I am not having it. I know it's true, but I don't think.
Courgette.
Cucumber.
Zucchini, I think.
Zucchini?
Yeah.
So we were about to just jump onto a call. Ed Sheeran, how annoying is that? Anyone who's got a car with like MP4 and your phone just naturally starts playing.
MP4's video.
MP3, music, that thing. And you turn it on and your phone connects and just starts playing the music.
It's always A-Team, because
it's always A-Team by Ed Sheeran.
I got my brother's car the other week and he went, expletives Ed Sheeran because it came up with that straight away.
It's literally, it was such a great song,
He's
but you get
deleted
so
it off his
annoyed.
phone, actually.
Because it's like every single time you hear like the first 4 or 5 bars of it, every single time. But anyway, we're now going back to the box. We're going to do some partner workouts.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
And then I need to stop picking my nose.
Yeah, on camera without even, like, not even caring.
Not a single care. Get up there. Right, John is doing handstand walks. Come on, JC. On dumbbells, or is he? Come on. Get walking. Get walking. He's not walking.
Why are you talking?
I was like, I thought you were doing handstand walks.
I was going to.
And then he just stopped. Right, I'm getting out of here now because my legs are cramping and I'm sore. And we need to do a back cave subject when I get home. So I will meet you at home. Oh yeah, bye John.
Bye, Leon. Bye, guys.
I'm home and, oh, it's gone a little bit dark. But things have slightly progressed. So I got home and this arrived and then the cot arrived. So actually it's pretty good timing actually, because that kind of relates to the back cave. I'm coming into the gym, but it's not going to be a long back cave. I'm going to try and prop you somewhere. Let me try and prop you. I'm going to prop you. Where am I going to prop you? I'm going to pull this out. 2 seconds. Look how well prepared I am. Look at this. I'm just going to sit on the floor. Right. Hang on. We're getting all the glory angles today. Right, guys. So back cave. This is probably, I'm going to say actually, the most important subject I've ever brought up as a back cave, but to so many people it would seem quite seemingly simple, and it's got nothing to do with, well, it has. It's got everything to do with life. It's not just training, not just nutrition. The reason I said it was like perfect timing because like the baby cot and stuff just arrived. Some of you may or may not have seen the last video that I put up, which was about the truth about the last 6 months, which if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's a lot more about the way that I've been feeling, some of the things that I've felt, and I've worked through it all, don't get me wrong, I'm in a very good place right now. But the response is the reason for this little chat. It's been beautiful, the amount of guys, girls, married, single, got children, not got children. Doesn't matter where you are in your life, it's kind of very sobering when you realise just how many people have had the same feelings as you, or not really known how to break it down and figure it out. And then I turned around and said, and now like I never even realised this was a thing. I kept my mouth shut, I didn't do this. It's been staggering. And the most important thing is like, I want every single person, guy or girl, young or old, watching this video to take away one piece of advice that I assure you will serve you very long, your whole life, and it will, honestly, it will help your mental health, your physical health, it will help everything. Doesn't matter what kind of body you want, what kind of job you want, it doesn't matter. All of that shit is irrelevant if you can't do one thing, and that is communicate. And I know we talk about mental health all the time, and there's Mental Health Awareness Day and this kind of stuff, and the problem with that I see sometimes, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful thing, and I love the fact that we're encouraging people to talk, but you've got to understand that having mental health issues doesn't necessarily have to be, it doesn't mean that you're absolutely fine unless you're chronically depressed or you're heavily anxious or you're medicated. You know, mental health comes all the way up to those chronic levels, but it also comes down to on the ground, the day-to-day. How many people do you connect with? Do you smile at somebody new every day? Do you have a conversation with somebody you haven't before? Do you go into the coffee shop, even if it's the same coffee shop, have a conversation with the barista? Do you remember their names? Do you communicate with people on a different level to just the basics, or do you get used to one-dimensional conversations with people and never really asking yourself how you are or how somebody else is? It's all that, all right mate, what you up to? You all good? Yeah, same here, cool, chat, see you later. You know, the key is that I think, which is super important to be as ultimately healthy as possible, and this is not on like a chronic level, but I mean communicate. You know, it's scary how many people messaged me personally via different apps as well as YouTube and spoke about how the fact that they have never been in a relationship where they feel comfortable to talk, or they're too much of a man, so they're told to keep their mouth shut. That is such old-fashioned bollocks. And if you're a guy watching this video who thinks a male
or a female is weak for opening their mouth and saying, I'm not in a good place, or I could deal with this, or I'm just feeling like this today. It doesn't necessarily have to be negative, it could be anything. But if you think somebody's weak for opening their mouth, then you're not welcome on this channel, and you might as well just fuck off now. But it's one of the biggest strengths that I've had and I continue to have is, I don't mean I divulge all of my deepest, darkest secrets to everybody all the time, but one thing that I do is communicate on a daily basis. I smile at new people, I engage in conversations with people, it's stimulating for both people, you know, and I don't know, I just want people to know that it's okay to not always be great. You know, like me and John are pretty much full-time happy people, but that's because we refuse to be unhappy. You know, every so-called negative or bad thing that happens, it gives you one wisdom, experience, it gives you learnings, things that you can learn by. But I still have my bad times, as you saw in the last video if you've seen it. And yeah, I just can't reiterate enough just how important it is to communicate with people. And I'm not saying everybody out there needs to just, you know, blurb everything out, but we're a family here, and it's not all just about getting six-pack abs and being shredded and building muscle. You know, that stuff's secondary to generally feeling healthy up here. So remember that whatever age you are, think about how you feel, talk about how you feel, investigate how you feel. Don't always just let a feeling take you. You're the person who created this feeling, whether it's a feeling of anxiousness or depression or worry or whatever it may well be. It came from up here. So that's where you have to go to be able to break it down and understand it and ultimately get on top of it. And if you still feel like you need help from other people, go out there and get it. That's one of the biggest, strongest things, and I will back you as much as I possibly can. I could never tell anyone just how proud I am and will be of them if they take this advice and go, you know what? Yeah, I do struggle a little bit time to time, and I am going to ask somebody for their help. I am just going to say, do you want to go for a coffee and just chat and get away from the general one-dimensional bollocks conversations that a lot of us have in society. How's work? Yeah, fucking hate work. How's your work? Yeah, very much the same. You been to the gym today? Yeah, cool, I did this. Oh, what are you up to at the weekend? Get rid of that. How do you really feel? You know, ask somebody, speak to them, have a conversation with people you trust. But yeah, that's all I'm going to do on Batcave. I'm going to go away now and put a baby crib together, which is going to be a phenomenal experience. I'm so excited. I hope this video helped, and if you have any questions, concerns, worries, whatever, you know where we are. You can comment on here, you can message us privately on DM on Instagram, we'll always pick everything up. You can message us on Facebook, whatever you like. But just remember, guys, communication is key. No matter what the feeling, no matter how weird it feels or how scary it feels, one thing that I've really realized, you're never alone in feeling like that. So share it. A problem shared is a problem solved, as they say. So, or a problem shared is a problem halved. Whatever you want. Right, I hope this enjoyed, guys. And yeah, thanks so much for watching as always. Keep being awesome.